I'm encouraged by things like polls on something like climate showing, much increased appreciation that we need to do something. The polls that then follow up and saying, and what are you willing to do now to solve the problem, aren't as encouraging. But I don't think
we
the
did a
election
poll
itself,
at Epic that it has an interesting result, which is you ask, would you pay $1 on your utility bill to do something about CO2 or carbon or climate change? And the fraction of households who are unwilling to spend $1 is pretty high. Off the top of my head, I think it's like 60%. However, and then we asked, would you pay $10? Would you pay $20? $30? If you take the weighted average, so that is how much the average American is willing to pay.
10. Let me guess.
No, it's like $40 to $50 because there's a tail out there of people who are really willing to devote a lot of resources to it. And so that to me feels like the political challenge. Like, how do you take that those guys are willing to pay so much and spread it over the whole system so that the people who don't want to pay very much get compensated?
Well, there's those who don't want to pay, and there are those who really can't pay.
Yes. And
that's where, just to finish, I would say, I think that something like, for example, the so-called conservatives' proposal are the kinds of things we have to do, because it's kind of got something for everybody, maybe. So that, as you know, that's the idea of, and they recommend a roughly $40 or $40+ per ton, something that might be close to what somebody termed the social cost of carbon.
Indeed. Is it an accident or were they learning?
But then return the money uniformly to the people. The indications are that's progressive. 70% of the 70% lowest in the income profile would gain net. And then, in addition, relieve the energy sector of some amount of regulation and the public of some amount of tax incentive. And that's a package that to me could work. Maybe it's not exactly the right package, but that's where we have to start thinking. That's where we have to start thinking.